Everybody, video here for you today. A couple stories were sent to me, so I thought I'd talk about this place. This is a by request video. We're going to go down to Karahan Tepe. It's just east and south of Gobekli Tepe, not too far away, but it's right down here. It's pretty nondescript when you're looking overhead. Right down here. This was brought to my attention when Graham Hancock wrote about it. Andrew Collins and Hugh Newman visited this place. I think J.J. Ainsworth made a video from this place too, very recently. But a lot of interesting finds made right down here. Let's just go over to a few stories. This story is from about a week ago. New Karahan Tepe settlement may be older than Gobekli Tepe. There is a look at excavation work going on at the site. It says excavation work at settlements and archaeological site at Karahan Tepe, located in Turkey's southeastern Sanliurfa province, continues diligently. According to the latest data from the archaeological teams at the site, the new settlement may be older than that of prehistoric Gobekli Tepe, which has crowned the world's first temple in a 0 point of history. And this will be unearthed soon, so apparently they are making some good finds at Karahan Tepe. It says the surface works at Karahan Tepe, which is an alternative site nearby for tourists visiting Gobekli Tepe, started in 1997. As part of the search, some T-shaped obelisks were detected that resembled the ones bearing the wild animal figures at Gobekli Tepe. Following the discovery, the first excavations in the region started with permission obtained from the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, General Directorate of Cultural Heritage. The excavations have uncovered 250 obelisks featuring animal figures to date. There's an overhead shot at one of their excavation areas. Here, they might be unearthing one of those T-shaped pillars. Not sure what they are finding right there. It says Gobekli Tepe has a history of 12,000 years. Our new settlement in Karahan Tepe will be older. That's a pretty big boast, but apparently they are doing some real good excavation. 250 of those pillars or obelisks unearthed. That's a lot of work. There's a look at the site. Here's another link I will leave below. Discoveries at Karahan Tepe, unlike those at Gobekli Tepe. In Karahan Tepe, which is located in Sanliurfa, like Gobekli Tepe, a statue head and ritual areas carved into the bedrock were discovered. There's a face that was carved maybe more than 12,000 years ago. Here they are unearthing one of the pillars. It says that Karahan Tepe is about 35 kilometers away from Gobekli Tepe, so it's not that far away. But they say this place will be older than Gobekli Tepe, and it seems they have kind of a competition, or whoever the archaeologists are doing here. It says this will become a main priority center for tourism. But 250 obelisks, and they say excavation work is continuing pretty rapidly here. Here's one of the areas excavated with that human head carved right in the bedrock in the upper part there. One of the researchers says, this year we have found very important finds highlighting the human symbolism. We discovered sculptures and new buildings. The statue head is quite interesting. The statue head is diameter of 50 centimeters and is carved right into the bedrock. Again, we found structures carved into the bedrock around it too. Sounds to me like they are going to make a pretty big deal out of these finds. Maybe get some tourism coming down here, but that's an interesting head if that was carved at least 11,500 years ago, right at the end of the Younger Dryas period. Excavation work going on here. Just an interesting one to report. Here's another link I will leave below. Breaking news, the minister said it will make a sound in the world. The excitement at Karahan Tepe in Sanliurfa. Here is looking down the hill at Karahan Tepe. Some of the excavation work here up on the top. Here, they might have some of those T-shaped pillars maybe wrapped up to preserve them. Not sure exactly what I'm looking at there, but there is a lot of stonework there under the ground. There's an area on top of the hill. Maybe somebody did this in recent times. Not sure the story there. Then here's an area excavated. Obviously, this was carved out at one time. Different things here appear circular. That's very interesting, coming from the very end of the Younger Dryas period, probably. Here are a few final looks at the excavation work going on here at Karahan Tepe. This is a fascinating time period, over 11,000 years ago. A lot of things happening on Earth, just very interesting. Seeing what people were doing, what they were building, how they were symbolizing things. Certainly an interesting story to report on. New findings coming from that part of the world. I will leave those links below. But that is Karahan Tepe right down there, about 35 kilometers east and south of Gobekli Tepe, which is located right here. I thought that video was cool, and you all have a very nice day.